Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd do a follow-up video to a video I did about a year ago, I think, to do with I think I called it something like the 4-degree startup of a VFR 750, and it had these little blips in it. Now, I did actually get to the root of the problem. There was a problem. Bike's been off now for a week. Yeah, I know. Come on, bitch. Bike's been off now for a week, so I thought I'd just do another one and show that the issue is now resolved. Check out. Slide stand on. Always good to check. And then while I'm doing this, I'll explain exactly what it is I discovered. So, another thing actually, if you look at the video, you'll see. If you look at the video, you'll see that there's a little pool of water, or a couple of spatters of water underneath the exhaust pipe. So hopefully this will show up, if there is any water coming out of it, which I don't think there will be. There's a little sort of hole just under there. I don't know if I can maybe show you where exactly it is. Somewhere under there is a hole that allows the water in the exhaust pipe to drain out. Alright, so we'll give it a go. First thing you notice, not a great deal of smoke, not a great deal of steam coming out. Clue number one. Doesn't appear to be any water dripping out. This is going to take a while actually. Ah! There's vapour. Probably about 8 degrees today, 7 degrees. Yeah, it feels like water. It smells like petrol. Not petrol, you know, burnt petrol. Fumes. So anyway, it turned out, as it happens, I'm just going to pause this and roll a fag. No, I'm not going to pause it because the whole point of this is that you can hear the engine. So, as it turned out, there was an issue. So, as it turned out, there was an issue. And the issue was, or the issue derived from, something that I'd fucked up. So basically, I did the valve clearances with the help of a terrific gentleman by the name of Matthew at the workshop. A lot of you, I think, will know him because I seem to have got a lot more subscribers since Matthew's various shout-outs. So thanks for that, Matt. Coming near the bin. So yeah, I had sort of planned to do this a bit more planned, but going out now, I thought I'd just fucking do it. So the issue was, I did the valve seats, so I reground the valve seats. I put the engine back together. There you go. So you notice how there were no blips. If you look at the original video, you'll hear that sort of, where it just sort of kind of goes, you'll hear it. If you watch the original video, you hear it. Anyway, so, fucking hell, it's not easy, is it? So when I did the valve seats, I put the whole lot back together, and fucking one of the valves dropped. Now it didn't cause any catastrophic issues because it wasn't while I was riding it or anything like that. It just dropped a bit, and I learned a thing about crucial thing really. I wish I'd known about it before I put the fucking thing back together. Basically, when you do your collets are like two half-moon bits of metal that are canonical. Fuck off. Alright, now fuck off. If you start Wikipedia in that, Matt, I'm going to rip your fucking testicles off. Canonical. Fuck it. Cone-shaped. So they're sort of like cone-shaped, and then they sit in a recess, which allows them to basically just get really, really tight in. There are many, many better fucking explanations. In fact, I learned this from one of Matt's videos. Anyway, these two half moons, they leave a sort of gap. So they don't join around the stem of the valve seat, they leave a gap. Now what I didn't realise is that gap's got to be equal. If it's like that, it's going to drop. If it's like that, it's going to drop. I didn't know this, so I had to go and fucking strip it all apart again, do it all again. Anyway, there were many lessons learned during that time, and it was good, and I liked it, and it, really got my hands dirty. It took me fucking 2 weeks or 3 weeks waiting for parts and shit, but yeah, no, it was pretty good. But anyway, so I did this job. Now, many more astute of you would have noticed that I put everything together, fired it up in the morning, so overnight it's all been together. And then in the morning, fired it up, dropped the valve, okay, fine, take it all apart again, sort the problem out, put it back together. Who spotted it? The way I fucked up was I squished the fuck out of this gasket. Now, when I left it overnight, that just basically, kept it fucking squished up. And then I come back to it the next day, I take it all apart again, put the same gasket back on. Stupid. Squish it all down and break a stud. Fucking hell. Right, take it all off again. Put it all back together, get some new studs, all new head studs. Bolt the whole fucking lot down, and we're done. We're good. We're awesome. We're good. It's all good. Go and ride it. I think it was about 3 months before I noticed. And then it was about, I don't know actually, it was a little while before I noticed that she was just vastly underpowered, and I kind of put that down to lack of compression in the cylinders and all sorts of other things, the reasons why I did the valve seat job. And I obviously just went, well, obviously something's not right, so I dipped into it, and I noticed, what did I notice? I can't remember the order of events now, but basically what had happened was, sure enough, the gasket had been reused 3 times. It should never have been reused once, let alone 3 times. And the water jacket from the cooling side, it had punched a hole into, or perhaps the other way, I don't know, into the combustion chamber, and it was the front left combustion chamber, which I think is it's either cylinder 2 or cylinder 1, I can't remember. I think it's cylinder 2. And basically water from the cooling system, or cooling system, was getting into the combustion chamber and burning. So already you've not got a actually it's not pushed through, it's sucked, because as the piston came down, I reckon it sucked water in from the cooling side. And you can see it as well. I mean, I haven't got the gasket anymore, no I haven't, but you can actually see where the gasket sort of, little bubbles had appeared, and you can see where the water path or the water course was. So I just bought a new fucking head gasket, bought a new fucking round of bolts, which is like £80, bastards, and just redid the job properly and with a little bit more care and consideration. And now, as you hear, she starts absolutely fine. She's still underpowered though, she still has low compression, she's knocking on around about 140 to 150 psi in the compression test, with or without oil, interestingly. Oil doesn't make a lot of difference. I think it pushes it up a bit, but not enough. Might have some results from the test actually, so exactly. I was that organised. I put the bastard somewhere, but big piece of cardboard with all the numbers I need written down on it. Anyway, each piston is kicking out, each cylinder is kicking out around about 140 to 150 psi. Should be 199 plus or minus 30, I think it is. I don't know. I lack the technological prowess to be able to put the correct numbers up on the screen, so you'll just have to look them up. So yeah, the reason why I'm doing this follow-up video is because I've had a few comments on the previous video, and I thought, well, rather than keep sort of writing it up, and there is actually, I have written it up on one of the comments and put it as it's in there. So if you want to look at that video and read like a proper, well thought out actual explanation rather than a 10-minute video of me waffling on. So yeah, that was it really. VFR was all well and good until the new ULEZ rules in London kick in, which I believe Matt is probably going to tell us all about. And apparently he's sort of teased us as well, haven't you, little monkey? You've said there might be a way of getting around it with older bikes. Now my betting is, given Matt's current track record of, I'm going to do a video on that, and then 9 months later you see it. Sorry mate, it's true. I reckon he'll probably tell, because the new ULEZ rules come in on the 1st of April, so he'll probably tell us about a week before, giving us no one any fucking time to do it. Of course he's sitting there screaming at the screen at the moment going, well why don't you fucking look it up yourself? I'm lazy. That's what I watch YouTube for. Find out what everyone else has discovered. Yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much that. I've nearly finished my fag now and I'm going to go off and tickle Andrew's belly. Yeah, fuck it, I'm going to say it. So, ever since I've known Andrew, and that's 10 years now, sorry mate, ever since I've known Andrew, and it is 10 years, he's hated, absolutely fucking hated, with a passion, being called Andy. And the few times that I've let it slip and called him Andy, I get this proper fucking look of daggers in his eyes, you know? Not Matt. I don't know how Matt gets away with it. He's been calling him Andy since day one. And yeah, I'm curious to see how that pans out. I think you should keep calling him Andy, and at some point he'll explode, and when he explodes I will be there to film it. Anyway guys, shit, yeah, guys, it's like I'm actually talking to a few more people now. Ah well, it is what it is. Alright guys, take care, ride safe, pull some wheelies, fuck lots of birds, and I'll think of a proper catchphrase to sign off later on. Bye!